This is You Cannot Debunk the Flat Earth. I am making a video of a previous video that I made, but the audio on it was lousy because I had audio problems, but I corrected that problem. And this is by far my favorite video that I've done, and I get no comments. Well, I get some comments on it, but I don't get as many comments on it as I wish. I almost get no comments, but this is an amazing fact. But this is my claim that plate tectonics is false and it's just a lie. And I'm going to prove it with science, and I'm going to prove it with Brian Cox. If you're familiar with him, I'm going to play the video and I'm going to question what he just said.
Around 2,500 years ago, a civilization we know almost nothing about built this fortified temple in the desert. Its walls were once brilliant white and covered with painted figures. Today, all but the smallest fragments of the decorations are gone. The details of this culture and all traces of its language are lost. And yet, if you stand in the right place, you can still experience the true purpose of Chankio in just the same way as you could the day it was built. But to do that, you have to be here before the sun rises. These towers form an ancient solar calendar. Now, at different times of year, the sunrise point is at a different place on the horizon. Actually, December 21st, which here in the southern hemisphere is the summer solstice, the longest day, and the sun rises just to the right of the rightmost tower. Then, as the year passes, the sun moves through the towers until on June 21st, which is the winter solstice, the shortest day, it rises just to the left of the leftmost tower. Actually, just in between that mountain, you can see in the distance, and the leftmost tower. So, at any time of year, if you watch the sun rise, you can measure its position, and you can tell, within an accuracy of 2 or 3 days, the date. Today's date is September the 15th, and so that means that the sun will rise between the 5th and the 6th towers. Chankio still works as a calendar because the sun still rises at the same place today as it did when these stones were first laid down.
Brian Cox is a wonderful idiot. He's wonderful because he just exposed plate tectonics. And he's an idiot because he's an idiot. He's a round ball guy. Now, he just said the sun rises at the same place as it did thousands of years ago. So he's talking about this place. And this place is called Chankio. And it was built in 300 BC. 2,300 years ago. And he just finished saying that the sun still rises at the same place, remember, as 2,300 years ago. So what happened to plate tectonics? That sun should not rise in the same place due to plate tectonics. Because in plate tectonics, the plates are always moving. And they're moving anywhere from 1 inch to 3 inches a year. According to plate tectonics, the plates are moving. And here we hear Brian Cox state that the sun is still rising in the same place. Here, plate motions range up to a typical 10 to 40 millimeter a year in the mid-Atlantic ridge, about as fast as fingernails grow, up to 160 millimeter a year in the Nazca plate, about as fast as hair grows. The driving mechanism behind this movement is described below. Again, that is plate tectonics right here. So how does 40 millimeters, that comes out to 1.5 inches, and this is the least amount of movement, 1.5 inches, happening for 2,300 years, and the sun still rises in the same location as Chanquillo? And if we were to go accelerate that to the Nazca Ridge, 160 millimeters equals 6 inches a year for 2,300 years. So remember what happened to the plate tectonics. He just said, if I have to remind you,
rises in the same place today as it did when these stones were first laid down. Chanquillo still works as a calendar because the sun still rises in the same place today as it did when these stones were first laid down. It is a calendar because the sun still rises in the same place today as it did when these stones were first laid down.
and that's why Brian Cox is a wonderful idiot. And that plate tectonics does not exist.